This is John Lechner here reporting for Eventing Nation. I've got Heath Ryan here. He's just finished his dressage test on Mystery Whisper. How'd you go, Heath?
Oh, look, John, we had a good test. Like it maybe wasn't the sparkling edge that I was hoping, but it was mistake-free. He's a really fancy little horse. I was trying to listen to the scores, but I didn't get them. But I think we're in the lead there by anyway, but he did a nice test, and if we're not in the lead, we're going to be really close, which is a great posse to be in going into the cross country.
You've had a good couple of weeks. You're only just back from the Dressage Nationals, and you had a very good weekend at the Nationals.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
It was. I've had a few, setbacks, like health-wise and that, and things are just starting to get back on the road. So with this little horse, I won Sydney 3-day event, the 3-star. This would be, I don't know, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, and then I won the Australian Grand Prix title a few weeks ago with another horse that I've got called Regarde Moi. He's a beautiful horse, and they've all been sort of on lesser than top form for the last 18 months. So I'm sort of feeling a bit buoyed and thinking, it's not that I didn't ever work hard, but things are starting to go right again. So it does your confidence a lot of good, and does your ego a lot of good.
Speaking of your ego, the thing that I know with you is you're a horseman, you train a lot of horses, you train a lot of riders. Do you get as much or more satisfaction from your performance or from the performance of your students and the guys you mentor? Like, you look at the way Boyd's going today. Yeah. He's a boy that you took on, and now he's doing great things in another country.
Yeah, no, it's you get a great kick out of the kids going really, really well. You hate it when they come around you, and that's one of their their goals on their way to the top. Yep. is to knock off their one of the guys that was helping them, there's a lot of satisfaction in it. There's a lot of talent out there. I always feel jealous because, at 18, these kids are doing things that I wouldn't have even read about, bothered to read about in a textbook. And so, the standards that the top people represent these days are just mind-boggling. And as far as bringing on horses, that's wonderful because each horse is different, and they all have their own talents. And so, just when you think you're on top of everything and you know the pathway to an advanced eventer or the pathway to a Grand Prix dressage horse, you start your next one, and they take certainly a variation in the direction and show you worlds that are beautiful that you didn't ever know existed, and you sort of realise how ignorant you are, even when you're successful. There are still so many things out there that you never experience or never see. So I find the training of the horse just the most beautiful thing that could happen to me. I'm fascinated by it, and knowing the riders is awesome too, because it usually means that you can sing out of the crowd and yell at people in the Olympic arena and they actually know you, and that's a real kick.
You've had a look around the cross-country course. You've had mixed results at Adelaide before. You've had a look. It looks good to me. It looks very flowing and open. What do you think about it?
Yeah, no, it's good. Like Mystery Whisper, I had 2 years ago here, and he jumped out of the dressage arena, and that was the end of that. And like we've trucked about 24 hours to get here, so that was kind of a long trip just to do sort of 4 minutes of dressage and then jump out and be eliminated. So the next day I came back, or the next year I came back, and to make amends, and I got eliminated in the cross country. So I'm paranoid about getting eliminated in the show jumping this year, and I've told everyone, look, I'll think it's funny, give me a few days, but if I get eliminated in the show jumping this year, I'm going to ask people, just give me a bit of space, because I will not think that's very funny. But as far as the cross country is concerned, like, you're flirting with disaster if you ever say a cross country is easy, especially at 4-star. It's tricky, but I don't find it as complex as it was last year, or dealing with questions that I didn't feel familiar with. So this one, like, there's some big questions out there, and it's difficult enough, but I do feel like I'm reasonably rehearsed with everything. So I would really hesitate to call it easy, but I feel much more familiar with this course.
Okay, thanks a lot, Heath.
Brilliant.
Thanks for your time,
John.
and good luck tomorrow.